In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Trends for e-commerce in a very basic way, and I'm also going to share with you an Excel analyzer that I created, which actually will analyze the Google Trends data for you. But first, let me just do a few quick examples. Sandals, for instance, if you were looking to sell sandals, you would notice that for the past 12 months in the United States, because by the way, you can select other countries or worldwide, but if you're selling in the US, for instance, you'll see that for the past 12 months, right, that right now the popularity of sandals is a lot higher than it has been, all right? Now, that's good to know what's going on right now compared to the rest of the year, but what I normally do is look at the past 5 years, and what this will do is if you look at the past 5 years, you get to see what point in the year that sandals are most popular. So this is what you can use to kind of plan ahead, right? So you can see that June, and of course, being a summer item, I would expect it to be popular during this time of June, July, right? Summer, basically in the summer season. Now, though I want to show you, that example is kind of obvious, but let me show you one that might be a little harder, all right? If we go more detailed, like say Panda t-shirts, this is really a very more exact item. You'll see, surprisingly, you might think it would just follow a summer trend or something like that, but because it's such a specific type of t-shirt, it seems to have its own kind of trend here that is very hard to decipher. That when I look at this graph for the past 5 years in the US, it's hard for me to see exactly when it's most popular. This is where the Google Trends analyzer I created will come in handy, because what you'll do is actually click on this CSV button and you'll download the data to a CSV, and then you'll open the CSV file. Just wait a moment for this to open up, and here's the data. It has each week and it gives you a number for how popular the item was for that week. And so what I'm going to do is just take this and copy it, okay, and then I'm going to go over to the Excel analyzer and just paste that data right in here. I can paste values, and once I paste this in here, the analyzer will pick up that data and it's going to do some analysis for me right away. You just have to wait for this to process, and it will basically show me which months are the most popular. So immediately it's put in a green. It's first of all it's coming up with an actual number. Looking at the past 5 years, at all the different Januaries, all the Februaries, all the Marches, the Aprils of all 5 years, from 2016 to 2021, and it's coming up with the average. Okay, so we see the average. It's coming up here, and then we see some of these are green, some are red, some are yellow. So yellow means it's kind of like in the middle. Red are the lower months, and green are like the higher months, right? Green pointing up. So we can see April is kind of on the up, and July for Panda t-shirts, right? So this is much easier than just looking at this graph and trying to figure out, when Panda t-shirts were most popular for the past 5 years. And the idea behind this is that if something is usually popular at a certain time and it seems to be a pattern, this is a pattern because remember, this number is based on 5 years of examples, right? We have five years to go by, right? Or in this case, let's see, 5 years, right? So basically, there's some reason why it's just more popular in April and July. So then the other thing you can do on this system is you can actually record the results by clicking the record results button, and once you do that, it'll just put the results over here on the sheet. So now you can see Panda t-shirts, right? And this sheet is a little different from here, because what it does here is it calculates the average, and then anything over average is green here. Anything over average, because even though some of these are yellow over here, they're still above the average. So basically, this is my setup here where I made everything above average green. These icons actually come from Excel itself, so Excel decides which ones to make green, the ones that are really the most highest. But when you copy it over here, The green means above average. Anything above average will be green. Anything below is red, right? So basically, you can kind of see which months are best, right? But actually, if you just look at the numbers, you can see the number 13 and 17, that these are the largest numbers. So, you know, April and July have been the most popular months for the past 5 years for Panda t-shirts. Okay, so I'm going to actually delete this row and just leave this one row. So for me, in e-commerce, that means a few different things. For one, I might expect more people to be searching for this type of product in that time, so it means I might want to have more inventory of that product, more available. It also means I can probably charge more. My price can be a little higher than it might be at another time, right? I mean, that's not like a rule of thumb. I'm just, you know, just a kind of general thing, you know, that you might notice, right? With products, when they're out of season, a lot of times they get cheaper, right? So you can buy them when they're out of season and sell them when they're in season. You can sell them higher, right? That's kind of the idea. So that's basically what this does and how it works. So it's, you know, it's using Google Trends again to establish the trend. I'll just do one more example. That lawn chairs. Here's another example that you can do. All right, and you'll see there's certain months here. It's pretty much the same months. It's going to be in the spring, you know. But if you look at each of these years, all right, you see it's the same months. But you see it's a little difficult, especially when you have all these lines going up and down. It's very difficult to kind of even to point at it and get the thing to even stay still and to, you know, really look at it, and then to go and do that hair again, right? That takes too much time to really analyze the graph. And so that's why I created the analyzer where you just download it. You know, you just download the data. And what I'll do actually, this is lawn chairs. What you do is you can clear the data. The data that's already in here from the Panda t-shirts, I'm going to actually clear that data. And what I'm going to do is go back to my new data over here for the lawn chairs. Oops, sorry, just waiting for things to process. And I'm going to copy this data, right click copy. And by the way, let me just in case, you know, you need to know how to do this, click on column A, the letter A. That's how you copy the whole column, and just come over like that. Right click copy, and when I go here, I'm going to paste it, and right click paste. Just wait for it, and as soon as you paste it and it begins to process, you will get some results. So now you'll be able to see when the lawn chairs, you get a more exact idea, right? We see the green months already. Okay, these are the highest months, May, June, and July, right? Which is not surprising. And then I can record those results by clicking record results button, and that will really help me out because now I have a list, right? So I can really, so think about it, you can go back here and you can keep searching for more and more different types of products, categories, or more specific products also. And when you get results, you know, you can just bring results here and just keep, you know, recording the results, and then you can eventually have a whole table showing you when things are popular. All right, and the beautiful thing about this is in the future, if it's a certain month, like say August, you know, you can go to August and you can just do a filter and just, you know, see which ones are the largest, right? You could like sort it, largest to smallest, you know, and see who had the largest. You know, this is only 2 items, but imagine if you had like 20, you can see who has the, you know, which one has the highest number. You know, the different things you could do with this that could be interesting to compare the popularity of things, right? So that's basically it in a nutshell. This is just meant to be a general, very, very, very general lesson, an example of Google Trends for e-commerce, and also just for you to see the tool and how it works. And there's a link for you to get the tool as well. Okay, so go ahead and get your copy of this tool. Start using it, get in the, you know, used to using it. This one is only for the past 5 years. You have to select past 5 years and download the data. Okay, this tool, the way I have it set up, this is just for the past 5 years of data, so that way it fills all of this up. But I am going to make one that is going to do more time ranges. So one that can do like 12 months, which actually you can do 12 months with this also, but One that can do like 90 days, 30 days. You know, you might want to see just the past 90 days, 30 if you're in a more short term. Looking at shorter time ranges, all right, which could be good for people, especially people who are doing certain types of commerce where you can get access to the inventory very fast, right? So maybe you're not planning ahead, a year ahead or something, right? You know. So anyway, that's basically it for this. I'm Mr. Mark. This is Excel for Sellers, and I hope you find this tool useful, and I hope to see you around in another video. And you can contact me with my contact information on the video, and also again get a copy of this tool here through a link in the video, and I hope to see you around on the channel.